Decepticons! Attack! Autobots, it's grind time!
How about now? Let me start again. Welcome back, fellow Transformers Earth Wars fans, for another video or live stream. Look, now I'm messing it all up. I apologize. As I was saying, when all you could see was my mouth moving and no sound coming out, it's been a sad day here at in Grind Time Land. My Kansas City Chiefs dropped another game, and that's disheartening. But this isn't an NFL chat, so we won't go there. And I'm sure they'll get better. But all right, let me recap what I've already said once. I believe Lord Avex was in first, and he said that he already finished the event. Congratulations, you're ahead of me. And then Righteous came in and said he had 2 more runs, and he's done. Gregory Miller gave the OK sign there. I don't know if I've seen you in here before, Gregory, but welcome. Glad you're here with us. I didn't share the link to my Discord server in the description, which is why Righteous is the best moderator around. He posted it for me. And then we got Bossman6774. I think it's your first time I've seen you here. Welcome. If you guys like the stream, please be sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends, because that helps me out quite a bit. And then we have Matt Poley. He's in here. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming back. And then I got told that there was no sound. Oh, goodness. All right. So we got it in there now. So I think everyone can hear. And I feel like an idiot. But we're good to go now, I think. So again, this evening I wanted to discuss the state of the game and kind of get everyone's opinions and feelings on just where they feel the game is at, and how the mechanics are, and how satisfied you are with it right now. Um, Personally, I'm still pleased with the game. I still like it. I still like the grind, but I see a lot of folks that are starting to get disenfranchised with it, and getting bored or just getting upset with the way things go, and deciding to move on to other things. And a little bit sad to see, but you know, I know they got some things in the works. I know they're working on Titans and bringing out Titans, and that's supposed to save everything. And I'm not so sure that's going to be the case, but I am hopeful, and I am anxious to see. No, we have not got them to test yet, so I have no idea. I have got the new bots to test, and I can tell you I like them. Um, Obviously, they're not ready to be released yet. I can't discuss what they do or how they do or whatever, but um, I think they're really good. Step in the right direction and all that stuff. So I'd like to get in the comment section there, if you guys don't mind, just kind of throw in your opinions. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about it. Let me know if the game is still as entertaining for you as it once was. Got a couple more people joining. Rescue, thank you for joining. William Wilkinson, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Again, I was just telling everyone that I'd like to get everyone's opinion on the state of the game, where you feel it's at, how you feel the mechanics are, how satisfied you are with the game, and all that kind of stuff. So as we go through some event play and some war runs and all that kind of fun stuff, I'd like to kind of keep that conversation going and get your guys' opinions. I know it's kind of a complex question. As Lord Avix points out, it is kind of a complex question, but it's something I've been thinking about. As my screen name implies, grind time. I always like to grind and do as much as possible. And then I read Dale putting out stuff about how like this event was not meant to drive people to want to finish, because we've got the leaderboard coming out. And to me, that just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you want to make an event where you're actively trying to not entice players to play the whole thing? I think they should always make the events as attractive as possible, and then let us players decide whether it's something that we want to do or not. And that's kind of what's got me puzzled, and another part of it is like Golden Lagoon bundles and that kind of stuff, because it's like I want to spend money, I want to buy features of the game, and yet you don't offer it all the time. Like I think some stuff should be in a store that's always available. If I'm always wanting to buy Golden Lagoon cores, then I should always be able to buy Golden Lagoon cores. I shouldn't have to wait for them to rotate through. Whenever you're talking about spending real money on the game, I guess. Now, if you want to make it rotate the way they do with the Shanix, okay, I get that. Kind of tries to drive everybody to participate in raids and earn the Shanix and be able to spin the Shanix and blah blah blah. I get that, okay. But why in the world isn't there a shop where I can just go in and buy an SPB or a Golden Lagoon bundle or whatever the case may be whenever I want to spend money on the game? When we all know the point of the game is to generate money for Space Ape. So it's been a little bit frustrating when I think about it. SG Soundwave's in the chat. Hey, welcome. Yes, you're only a little bit late. Risky says he always takes it easy the weekend before the leaderboard, and that's great. And that's your choice, And if you decide you want to do that, that's fine. But I don't think they should make an event with poor rewards so that players aren't enticed to play just because the leaderboard's coming up. If that makes sense. I think it should always be the player's choice, where I can decide, okay, I know I'm going to go hard on leaderboard, so this weekend I'm just going to take it easy, and I don't care what the rewards are. Like a total attack bundle, yes, Lord Avix, that's the kind of thing. Like those things to me should always be available. Like you should always be able to go in and purchase. Even these bundles they got this weekend, broken down by class. I think that would be a great thing to have always available. And if I want to go in, if there's a special class bot that I'm chasing, I should be able to go in and buy that specials bundle as often as I want. Why not? I'm spending money on the game. And that is the whole goal of this, is to get us the gotcha systems to get you to spend money on the game, right? So why are they limiting that? To me, it just doesn't make sense. Let me check the chat here. Righteous says, personally, I starting to hit the boring part of wars. Same tactic, rinse and repeat. I miss optional tiers, and that spark was useful. Yeah, I understand. Uh, Brisky says, total attack bundle and Supreme, what the SBB. When is the last time you saw SBB? I only see it on the. It seems like it's only on the leaderboards, if I remember right. Yeah, SG Soundwave says leaderboard events lately have been kind of boring. It kind of gets that way, yeah. Uh, yeah. Rescue organizes a whole bunch of them, so I can understand that. Yeah, Spark's getting limited. I have the same problem, obviously. Yeah, William Wilkinson says that doesn't make sense. They are supposed to draw players in on the game. I like the events. I'm not all that high in ranks, but I pulled a 4-star red alert and 3-star pipes, which is great. Congratulations on getting those. Hey, Sunstreaker Waza's in the chat. Welcome, Waza. I jumped in for some of your Clash Royale stream, and it was like your accent got thicker, and I couldn't understand what you were talking about because I had known nothing about Clash Royale. But I tried. I did try. If you guys don't know, I'm sure you all do, but Waza is going to be streaming some other games on Sundays now. So if you like Clash Royale or Call of Duty, or if you want to suggest some games, jump onto his Discord server and give him some suggestions. I know he's looking for that kind of stuff. I'm sure Waza has an opinion. I told everyone here in chat that we're discussing the state of the game. So where it's at for you, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see, that kind of stuff. For me, I was saying I don't understand why certain things are not available more often, like Golden Lagoon bundles, even these bundles they've got available this weekend with the different classes, the SBBs, the Total Attack bundles. I think there should be a shop that just this stuff is available all the time. If you want to spend real money on the game, and which is, let's face it, it's the goal of the game is to earn income for Space Ape. Why in the world are they not allowing us to spend as much as we want and buying as much as often as we want? So, yeah, I know you have plenty of opinions, Wasa. Let's see. Soldier's in the house. Thank you, Soldier, for tuning in. If you guys haven't checked out Soldier's YouTube channel, make sure you go check him out. He streams a lot also on this game and other games, I believe. So, Lord Avex, his opinion is it's been downhill since Omega Supreme and OL. Did I forget the other guy's name? Overlord. Is that it? Yeah. SG Soundwave says Space Ape really needs to make event to get players motivated, like how the free 5-star event was. Yeah, I agree with that. Rescue says he uses a walk team for war just to avoid war boredom. If you're using RJ Goldie Sack, it does get boring. Yeah, I guess so. I usually do the sack method on all the tracked wars because I don't want to drop points. But yeah, I can understand that. And we'll take a look at. We've got an untracked war currently, so I'm going to do some war runs while we're on. But I'll jump over here to the gameplay, and as I do that, like I said, I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on state of the game, some things you'd like to see either changed or come into the game, or things you really like about the game. Some of the points that you think Space Ape has nailed dead on and is great. Personally, I'm really looking forward to the war revamp, but I know that's kind of pushed back due to Titans. And I'm just anxious to see how big of a difference Titans makes. I hope it makes the large difference that Space Ape's kind of counting on for them to make. So let's jump over to some gameplay. Alright, here we are. I've been grinding on the event some, but again, wasn't super motivated the first 2 days. I do think I'll finish it, just because my fiance is out of town for a conference, so I'll probably be staying up late. Probably, yeah, probably will stay up late grinding the game. So, but we also have an untracked war. We're going against S7S Team 7, kind of redundant. I'm not in the lineup this time. Boo. That's another thing I think really needs to be changed. I think they've really got to revamp those wars to where more people are engaged in the war. I keep Optimus Craptimus in my outpost, as you guys know, because I rarely ever get chosen for war, and he's the worst combiner, and I'm not going to use him on offense, so I just dump him in there. I guess we can scout this base, but we'll just attack it either way. Let's see what we've got. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so we will attack this with our... Not that, but the steam. And we'll see how we do. And I think I can get out of the way. There we are. Hi. Oh, I gotta hang on. Oh, I'm falling. Not really. Okay. I'm the only one that gets entertainment out of that, but whatever. It's my stream.
Optimus Prime. Wheel Chat.
So I've been having a lot of fun lately on these, using laser op and wheeljack together to clear out a whole bunch of stuff even before I just launch the rest of the team. Oops. This guy. There we go. We'll clear out a whole bunch of that and then we'll drop the rest of the team over here. We'll throw blades up there to get that MDS shooting away from us. Some sea spray action. Some more sea spray action. Blaster's, of course, going to walk over there and trip every outpost he can find because that's what Blaster does. Cheetor eaten. Put up a little bit of a distraction here. And we can fast forward. And that's base 1. See, Rescue says the best part of TFEW is the social aspect. It is what's keeping me after building a successful family. You hate to say goodbye to it. I agree. Did I change my base? Well, I don't think I've changed it in a little while. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, the war rewards. SG Soundwave, I agree, needs to come back. Needs to be buffed. Sorry, I was reading another comment. Yeah, all kinds of revamp. Yeah, I agree, Rescue. Rewards have not changed in the 3 years he's been playing the game. We have a hard time getting players to participate on weekends because event rewards are better. Yeah, war rewards. Yeah. SG Sandwich says a lot of stuff in this game needs a revamp. War events, raids, bots. Gotcha. Lord Avex says if they change HQ size and defenses make a campaign out of it, possibly. Welcome back, Lurmus Prime. Glad you could be here. So that's something else that I had a thought of was it was a poll on my Discord that I did, And the question was, said for one whole saga, which is what, 6 weeks now, if Space Ape did not work on any new bots, any new combats, or anything, but just focused on stuff in game that we already want fixed, how would you feel about that? Would you be like, good? I want that, or no, I want new things, or neutral? And
Optimus Prime.
overwhelmingly, the opinion was yes, fix the current bugs before we worry about more new content. And that's where I'm at. I'm like, we've got so much stuff in this game already. Uh, that's one reason why people get frustrated with the pulling bots and stuff, is because there's already so many bots. Like if you buy that specials bundle and you're only missing, let's say, one special bot, you're going to have such a hard time getting that bot because there are so many others already in that category. You'll be lucky to get the one that you're wanting. So I don't see that adding new content or more content is the priority right now. I think they should be working on fixing the bugs that are in the game more than anything else. But what do I know? I've just been playing this game for like 5 years, and I don't really know anything about it. It's not like I'm a developer or anything, right? So, all right, take the space down, boys. And there we go. Another base down. I think I'm gonna come down here. I was starting to get a head rush from hanging upside down. Again, I'm the only person that finds that funny, but forget you, it's my stream. Let me jump back over here and get caught up. Sunstreaker Waza, the problem is the apes have promised us so much new content this year, and it's all been put back for Titans. I hope to God it's worth it. If not, it could be the end, and it was all for nothing. I agree. There's a lot riding on these Titans. There's a lot riding on it. Matt Poley says, I think it's okay still. However, as a free-to-play player, it's taken me a lot longer to get anywhere than a lot of players. I finally maxed my base. Congratulations. Yeah, free-to-play will take a while. Waza says they will never stop new content. That's my fear. I don't think they will. But in all honesty, they could easily take 6 weeks off of not creating new bots, not creating new combats, and just fixing the issues with the ones that are already out. Look at how many bots we've got out. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that every so many weeks they're going to be adding more and more and more. They're going to run out of characters before too long. Rescue says, yes, fix it, please. That's the way I feel too. That's overwhelmingly the majority of voters on my meager little Discord channel. That's what the opinion was. Okay, so Waza says that means they lose revenue and they can keep up with their roadmap agreed with Hasbro. Yeah, I understand Hasbro may be driving the train a little bit, but I don't know. I think that, overall, when you think of it, it's like, long term, what do you want? Do you want to keep pushing out new bots that half the people kind of like and half the people aren't happy with, and blah, blah, blah? Or do you want to go back and fix the frickin' inspiring charge that's been here since the beginning, Risky said so many combats you can't keep them straight. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, what does this guy do again? Like, why do I have this one? He's not attached to anybody. Oh yeah, he's crap. He doesn't work. I forgot. So it's like, I'd much rather them fix the stuff that they've already worked on and already got out in the game. Even if it meant a whole saga of just doing events to get rewards and not worrying about getting a new bot. A new bot that's probably going to sit at the bottom of the roster and rarely ever get touched. Matt Pulley says maybe a saga for new and then a saga to fix. I would love that, but I just don't think it's going to happen. And I'll be honest with you, I think it'd be fine. I think a saga to maintain. I mean, you do a leaderboard and everyone gets these new bots, and that's all well and fine. That's great. Then we need Spark to level him up if he's worth it, and then we need all this other stuff that they could do events and give rewards for, in my opinion, anyway. William Wilkinson says Hoist 4-star and Sandstorm are finally out of research, and I put Brainstorm 4-star. He's in for 5 days, 15 hours. I get all 4 stars close to. That's powerful. Awesome, congratulations. Risky says they negotiate in November to negotiate for a slower roll. I wish they would. And Matt Pulley says so many combats and still I only have 4 4-stars and over 1k shards away from my first 5-star. Yeah, it's tough. They could definitely take, like I said, they could take a whole saga off and just buff rewards. Like the saga where they don't introduce new characters could be the saga where you get 2 times the normal rewards or something like that. You know, like. Gosh, I know I would love to have a saga where it's just like, you know, you're gorging on Spark, because I could definitely use Spark, you know, and I don't know. I don't think they will change, like Waza said, but I really think they should. And my daughter is killing me right now. She's making cookies in the house, and I'm on keto diet, so I can't have any, but man, they smell delicious. Thanks, kid. Appreciate that. I love chocolate chip cookies, which is one of the reasons why I have to diet.
Optimus Prime. Ability ready.
Anyway, despite the draw of the forbidden fruit that I cannot have, we shall press on.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
We shall press on. Uh-oh. Lost Prime. Who's stunning me? Who is stunning me? Get out of here. I don't like being stunned. Cheetor eating these guys up again.
Abilities ready.
There's Chromia. Or Felbat. They would show up soon.
Abilities ready.
Way to go, Blades. Superstar down there. Send Cheetor around back, see if we can't shoot this thing down. Well, we could if you would actually attack the shield generator. Right there.
Abilities ready.
And there we go. Catch up on some more chat. SG Soundwave says another bad. This is all the new bots coming out. All of the new bots for a year now have been subpar. Exactly. Something Watts has been hammering on. I know. All the new 4-stars since Felbat Chromia are no good for advanced players. I agree, Rescue. Next up, Matt Pulley says, epic XP to get spinning. And then Waza says it's hard enough to get them to add more combat prims to events, never mind decent rewards. Yeah. I just don't understand it. It's like I'm sitting here saying I want to throw money at you. Like it's like I've said before, if this game hadn't used the G1 skins to begin with, if it had gone like with the Baver skins, I wouldn't have even downloaded this game, right? So it's the nostalgia factor for us 40 somethings that grew up with this, that gets us to play in the first place, and then to not capitalize on that by saying, you want to throw money here, you can buy this, you can buy that, you can do this, you can do that, and let us do it as often as possible, to me is like shooting yourself in the foot. It's like, come on, I'm telling you, I'm a sucker for this, take my money. And they're like, nope, we don't want to take it this week, you gotta wait 2 weeks till the Lagoon bundle is available again, and then you can throw money at us. And I'm like, you are not smart. At least that's the way it feels, because it's like, why would you not? I just don't understand. Maybe that's why I'm not a game developer, huh?
Blaster. Ratchet.
I don't know. Maybe they have some grand plan that we'll all be made aware of soon enough. Sure doesn't feel like it though. And I hate to say that, because I really do. I enjoy this game. Now again, I'm not a big mobile gamer, or gamer period. This is like the only one I play, right? And I've made that perfectly clear before. And I only play it because when I saw it, I thought, oh, those look like the characters I grew up with. That looks awesome. So that's why I gave it a try in the first place, and then I got hooked. Then like Waza and some other people have tried to get me to play Clash of Clans or Clash Royale or whatever before, and I'm just like, not interested. Not really interested at all. And that's because it's not something that appeals to me like this. Like I don't look at those games and go, ooh, I gotta play that. This game I looked at and went, oh god, look at that. That's Optimus Prime. That's the one I grew up with. That's the one I want to play with. And so that's kind of what keeps me going. Risky says it's like Depression era economy. Yeah, guess so. I don't know. I just don't understand why they're hesitant to just put it in a shop and just say, hey, if you want to buy it, spend your money, we'll take it. I don't know. I don't understand. Alright, I saw a comment in our chat about this one, so I know I need to be careful. Let me see. Let's try this first. Yep, that's what I thought. There we go.
Optimus Prime. Now, reap the whirlwind.
There we go. I think we'll be good now. Up and get through it as quick as we can. There's Fellbat again. Oh, I think we missed. Then there's Dirge getting us to fight ourselves. Never good. And there's our war attacks. Obviously that was an untracked war, that's why there's no combiner, why there's no sack, why there's not scouting, watching replays, all that kind of stuff. I did happen to catch a note in the chat that Computron or Lio Kaiser was in that final commander one, which is why I changed tactics and just threw the hollow out first, so that my team did not get destroyed. And I will check chat again real quick. We've had nothing. Which is fine, I get it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't play a lot of games, so this game is special to me because it is the one that I play, and I am not excited to see it die or go downhill. And a lot of the chatter I hear coming from the top is that's what's happening. That they've been around other mobile games. These are the signs, and they've seen it happen before, and yada yada yada. And that makes me nervous. It makes me sad. Because again, I just don't want to see it die. I really enjoy the game, and I was really motivated for a long, long time to do the best I could at it, and to always finish it, and all that jazz. And you know, when a player like me reads that the whole point of this event is to get people to not want to finish, it just kind of baffles me. I'm just not sure why you would make an event where you don't want your players to feel driven to finish it. So, but that's me, and I don't know much about mobile gaming. So maybe I am wrong, but I don't think so. Anyway, this is my Decepticon team, as if you couldn't tell. We're just going to gain some event rewards with them. Mine. Maybe. 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 Maybe not. Let's go, Spider-Woman. Who do we got? Who do we got? Uh-oh, we're dead. Well, that was disappointing. Catgut for the win? Nope.
Such heroic nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, Megs. Such heroic nonsense. Let's check some comments. Let's see. Let's see if we can get caught up here. SG Sandwich says another bad. This is all the new bots coming out. Okay, I already read that one. Been subpar. Risky says all the new 4 stars since Fellback Rummy are no good. Yep, we read that one. Next up, Epic. Then Waza. Risky says it's like Depression era economy. Yep. Blurmus Prime says you should make your own TF-EW alliance. No, thank you. I do not want to do that. Laser Optimist from Non-Toxic Gamers, welcome. Thank you for joining. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe because that's what we always ask. And then Risky points out so many have retired in the past 6 months to a year. Many of the top players left it. Yeah. If they cannot slow the release roll, then hire someone just for bug fixes. Bingo. Right there. Something. And then I know that Dale made sure to point out that, which I thought was funny, in one of the last posts that he pointed out specifically that the developers play the game, which is not the way I understood it before. And that was, I think, one of the big issues was if they played the game, they would understand how frustrating the bugs are. And he made sure to point out that they do play the game, which to me was a little bit suspicious. But I'm sure they're doing the best they can, or what they think is best. It just feels like oftentimes I feel like we don't get listened to as players, even the play testers. Whenever we're sitting there telling them over and over and over this, and they just go, nah, and they don't seem to listen. And that's what's frustrating to me. It's like I signed on to be a playtester because I love the game. I want to see it succeed. I want to see it get better. And then I tell you something, and you say, "Nah." Like, ooh, not sure what the point is then. And that's my frustration. No, I am not lagooning this weekend because we got leaderboard next. So this is just a way to get the points in real quick so that I can finish this event. Because like I said, I just decided I wanted to finish it because I got nothing else to do today. So before this battle ends, let me jump over here to the chat. Let's see. Righteous says, in my opinion, they are listening to the wrong set of players. What 5% says doesn't reflect on what the other 95% wants, hence the stalling, people getting frustrated. Ink. You got it. Blurmus Prime says you should have 8,000 or more. Thank you, Blurmus Prime. I don't know why any of you watch me. I'm just a dummy here playing the game, but man, I'm glad you guys are entertained, and I'm glad you guys keep coming back. I really appreciate y'all. Matt Poley, I'm intrigued to see what Titans bring to the game, but I'm nervous that you have to be HQ17 for it, which might just add to the list of things newer players can't use yet. I understand that, but I also understand wanting to drive players to get to those higher levels, which I think making the Titans at only level 17 or higher could do. But it all hinges. I always yawn. But it all hinges on whether Titans seem worth it or not. You know, if they're just two big beasts in the background having a battle, I'm not sure what. We're just gonna have to see how it turns out, I guess. Wazza says the top players in the game had a meeting last week, but I wasn't invited. Sad face. He says, went to the apes with how we're all not happy. We're now asking them for certain changes to happen or a promise on time scale. Awesome. I'm interested to learn more about that. Risky says, I don't think they play the game competitively. Logging on to the test server or being in a low-level alliance won't expose issues. Correct. Dojak, welcome to the stream. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because that's what we have to ask. It's in your YouTube contract that you ask. I'm kidding. Lord Avix says we show up for the punch and pie. Yeah. Excuse me. You got me. I choked up. Alright, so I'm going to do another battle. And while I'm doing that battle, pick any combiner you want. It doesn't matter if I've already used them or not, because I can recharge them. I've got plenty of ore in the reserves. Pick a combiner, and after the next battle, or two if it's really fast, I'll activate whatever combiner you guys would like to see me use. I don't even care. Well, of course, it can't be Craftimus because he's in the outpost. But even if it's Superion or whoever, you guys pick it, and then I will run that combiner if you would like to see it, because options are good. So pick the combiner and I will run it, and then we can keep it going. Dojak says, I hope Titans will reinvigorate the game a bit. Yes, I think we all share that sentiment, Dojak. I certainly do. I think a lot hinges on that exact thing happening. I'm afraid if that doesn't happen, our dear, sweet, beloved game won't fare very well. That will make grind time very, very sad. Because like I said, I'm just not really motivated to play their games. I am thinking about maybe trying Call of Duty, because it's a game I've played a long time ago and I enjoyed. Played it on the PC, the very, very first Call of Duty, the World War II one, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. In fact, I played the story mode several times through the game and beat it. But it's been many, many moons. My oldest is graduating high school this year, and she was probably still in diapers the last time I played that game. If that gives you any idea how long ago it was. That was a pretty quick one. We'll do another one. Get your, or somebody, please, get in a vote for a combiner. Oh, I see one. I see one for Defensor. Uh, Matt Poley says, I'm here for the dancing. Nobody puts grind time in the corner. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. Lurimus Prime, you have signed the YouTube contract where you have to subscribe to YouTubers to watch. Then Laser Optimus says Defensor. Then Rescue says Computron. We're tied. Righteous says Defensor, the only one I am missing, and I am hoarding Spark for him. Yes, Defensor is a very good combiner. Dojak's already subscribed. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Waza says Dale was pissed. We were talking of protest by not spending. He said that won't solve anything as they are asking for more help, but won't get that help if the game isn't getting revenue. But we've been telling them forever the same thing over and over and over. But what do I know? I'm just a mid-level player, I guess. I got another vote for Defensor. Volcanicus, just to be different. Vicky. That's the same person. Only vote one. So I think Defensor is winning the votes right now. If you want to change that, get your vote in now.
Roll out. Attack.
As Retgar would say. Oh, now it just left me. What did he say? Somebody help me out. When he was quoting all the TV stuff, what did he say? Can't think of it now. I just ruined my own joke. Never mind. Stay Puff says, I've seen and been through spending strikes in games before. They didn't go well. There will always be players spending. Yeah, I agree too, but... Oh, top guys, he means family leaders. I am not a family leader. I will definitely admit that. Laser Optimus has been subscribed for a long time too. Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You're what keeps me coming back. And I just have to find, like I said, something else. So, okay, let's go back and check. You got mid-level players, unite! I think Defensor won, except for Blurmus Prime, Spam, and Vicky. We'll go with Defensor. Why not? Why not?
Combiner engaged.
And we'll bump up to this zone. I know I'm not going real high, but that's because I don't have the Golden Lagoon core on. I'm not in it for the XP so much as I'm just trying to finish this event. Just because. Matt Poley says, how about HQ up front strike? I've seen that one before. I don't think it worked either. But I highly encourage everybody but me to put their bases up front. Nobody in my alliance, nobody in my family do it, but everybody else should definitely put your bases up front to protest, especially during leaderboard weekend. I think that would make a huge difference. Don't! I launched Defensor just because. Blurmus, if you really want to see Vicky, and you want to stick around, I will do Vicky next also. Just because, why not? I'm not doing anything else today. Be happy to entertain. Come on, Defensor. Man, you take forever to rush, dude. Am I even going to be able to get off your other one? There we go. Boom! Oh, he died. He died. That's okay. So did the HQ. Let's see. I know Righteous and Lord Avix have finished. Who else has finished? Who else is still grinding? Who didn't give a flip about this event, hasn't participated at all this weekend, as apparently that's how the event was crafted, was so the players wouldn't care if they played or not, which again just baffles me completely, but whatever. Air Elf, welcome to the stream. Yes, Matt, I'm not going to run Optimus Craptimus because he's in my outpost and he sucks. Stay Puff says, given the game a low store rating seems to get their attention though. Rescue says, my streams are funny, love them. Thank you. Blurmesh, you gotta tell all your friends about me if you want me to get more subscribers. That's the only way it's gonna work, bud. And I will keep doing it as long as the game is here and I have subscribers, whether it's 1 or 12 or 30 or however many. I think I'm well over 300 now. I think I'm like 312 or something maybe, which is phenomenal. I don't know why, but I will keep doing it. So as long as you guys were, oh, I forgot, we didn't use defensor. That's okay, we didn't need it that time. Holy smokes, Matt says you're about 18k with his main, 7k with his sons, and 4 with his daughters. Wow! Triple handing it. That's crazy. Let's see, where am I at with Cadamus Prime? I can check real quick. I've been running his account this weekend also because, you know, that's what I do. Of course, he's totally free to play, or mostly free to play. Every now and then I'll buy him a little bundle. I did buy him a Rook bundle this weekend that popped up because he needs Rook. 4-star still for, obviously, the combiner, blah, 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 blah. So I bought it. I think I got like 1 2-star Rook duplicate. Which is another issue I have. If I buy a Rook bundle, they should all be Rooks. Whether it's all 2 stars or 2 stars and 3 stars or, you know, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, I think they should all be the same character. I shouldn't be pulling jets whenever I buy a Rook bundle, but whatever. Again, I know nothing, so I'm just a dummy that plays the game and spends the money. So nobody wants to know. Cadamus Prime is at 12,767. Amazing points. And that's all me. Come on, Defensor. Put up your bubble. And then as Jake would say, we'll throw the spicy meatball. Right here. We're gonna electrical rush this crap and try to knock some of it out. Oh, we need to take out this right here if we can. And we can't. Well, we can jump back here and give it a go. Go ahead and drop numbnuts there. Here we go. Yay! Let's see. Air Elf says if apes want to get more money, they should introduce watching ads for little rewards. That way they're going to make some money for free-to-players like him. That's an idea. Why do I have him on the Optimus Maximus on the Combiner Outpost if he sucks? Is because he sucks. I don't want to use him for offense. And I rarely ever get attacked, and I rarely ever get chosen in wars. So why not? Why not stick him in there? Rescue says hell no to ads. I think if it's an option, it's fine. I don't think it should be forced on us, but if we choose we want to and get little rewards, which is I think what he was saying, I don't see a problem with it. You just choose not to if you don't want to. Matt Poley says his daughter can only hit zone 6. There you go. Yeah, a little bit. And then his son is zone 11, 12. I've got Caden up. Cadamus Prime up. Sorry. Going behind the curtain there. He's got one team that hits zone 13 and all the rest are zone 12. Pretty much. Silverbolt 94 says his 4-star ability is very good. It's alright. Talking about Optimus Craptimus again. Dojak says taking it really easy this weekend at 13k. That's not a bad score for taking it easy. Rescue says agreed. The bundle should be what is advertised. I think it is bait and switch when the character isn't even in the bundle. That's what frustrates me. Like, I'm even okay with just getting duplicates, but give me the freaking character for crying out loud. William Wilkinson says he's at 16.9. My goal is to hit 20k, but it'd be great to see if I can grind it out to 30k, but that might not happen. I understand. Righteous says he pays not to see the ads. I get that. But again, if it's just an option where you can choose to or choose not to, I don't see the harm in it. So, quick story about the bundles. I've told this story before, but in case you didn't hear it, good buddy of mine. I started playing. He's about my age. He actually owns the company I worked for, but he's about my age. We actually went to school together. Didn't know each other in school. And anyway, he crap, he kept dying. That's not good. I started playing the game, and then he found it through me, and he started playing the game, and he plays a lot of mobile games, but he was like, he just kind of dove headlong into it, and I'd been playing for several weeks, and he had not, obviously, and he actually showed me like that I could do multiple teams in the in the shuttle. I didn't know that, and he showed me like storage, and he's what got me to join a good alliance, because the alliance I was in, I think it was a park account for alternate. Yeah, that sucked. For like alternate accounts. So on the event weekends, the first one I remember was the Ultra Magnus one, and I remember I was trying to stay up because I really wanted to get another level to get Ultra Magnus, but it was like nobody else was playing. I was the only person in the alliance that was playing, and I was getting so frustrated. And I didn't know that I could use coins to skip. I had no idea about that at the time. And anyway, so I learned all this from him. And then Huffer came out. Huffer, of all characters. And my buddy decided he wanted to buy a Huffer bundle because he'd like to get the new bot. So we bought a Huffer bundle. Didn't get a single Huffer in the whole bundle. I think it was a $20 bundle. So he got mad. So he goes to the Google Play Store and requests his money back. And the Google Play Store says, yes, we can refund your money, but you can't play this game anymore, ever again. And he's like, fine by me, I ain't gonna play it if they're gonna do that kind of stuff. So he quit the game, got his money back, and all because he didn't get the character in the character bundle. Fast forward a couple years, and I'm at Walmart, and I find I can't remember which action or which figure line it was, but it was one of the action figure lines, and I had Huffer. I think it was the Kingdom series, maybe. And I buy that toy for 20 bucks, and I take it to my buddy and give it to him at work. Said, here, you finally got your Huffer. Your $20 Huffer. It was funny, but yeah, I'm sure they lose a lot of. The thing is, though, like a player like him, if I'm being honest, he probably wouldn't have stayed with the game real long anyway, because, like I said, he plays a lot of mobile games and bounces around a lot. I think he gets bored easy with these games, so I don't know that he would have been a long-term player anyway, but maybe. You know, if the mechanics were right, if the reward system was right, who knows? He may have been. Now we'll never know, because he got what he felt was ripped off early on, and left the game. So now we'll never know. What could have been? Let me check back here. Risky says, yeah, I would not be pleased to have to opt out of ads and leaderboards. Yeah, that would be frustrating. Laser Optimus says he's at 20k in this event, and after getting a 4-star crystal, he's at 500 shards away from a 4th 5-star bot, but I'm going to wait until the new batch comes out, which could be a while. Could be waiting a while. Silverbolt 94 says you got to hit zone 14 3 to 5 times an hour at William Wilkinson. Okay. Rescue Huffer, oh my god, yeah, I know, right? Like, that's the bot he drew the line in the sand with. He actually started following my YouTube channel, and the last time we did the 5-star predictions, I predicted Huffer. And he literally came into my office and goes, Huffer? Really? Huffer? It's like, you don't even play the game anymore. You don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here. Air Elf says the ad can be like a free crystal. You click the icon to see an ad. Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Something that it's not, you know, thrown up in your face. It doesn't interfere with the game, but it could earn them some more revenue and give you the chance to get, you know, like 5 fuel cells or something for every ad. I don't know, something small. I don't see the harm in that. I think it'd be fine, but maybe nobody else. Matt Polly says if ads gave me fuel cells, I'd watch them all. See? That's what the advertisers want. They want you to watch all of them. Every little one of them. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Why not? If it keeps the game around longer, I'd be all for it. Uh-oh, this guy didn't die. You were supposed to die. Here you go. And there we go. Blurmus Prime says, what's my favorite Autobot, Decepticon, Combat Bot, and Combiners? Are you talking in-game? Are you talking just in general? Like, what are you asking about? Because in-game would be a little bit different than, like, I mean, obviously I think Optimus is probably my favorite Autobot, but not necessarily in-game, though, but just, like, in general. I mean, I'm an 80s kid. Of course Optimus is my favorite one, right? I think you're either Team Optimus or Team Megatron, right? Maybe, I don't know. Risky says, if watching ads would let me get more than 3 hours sleep during a leaderboard. Well, if it got you more fuel cells, maybe, right?
Attack!
Here we go. I don't think they'd give away fuel cells for anything. But that would be cool, I think. I think it's a very good idea. Very plausible idea. This one could be problematic. Let's see how this goes. I don't think we're going to launch Defensor because I don't want to trip that combiner outpost. Come on. You got it. You got it. You got it. In-game. Okay, so my favorite bot. That's tough. I mean, obviously I use Cup to level everybody, but I don't know, that makes him my favorite in-game. I don't know, we'll go with Cup. Cup and Dead End. Combat bot, top shot. And Combiner right now is the 5-star Omega Supreme. Matt Poley. Not at 1 cell per ad. It'd be like, yeah, I think 5 cells. I think that'd be cool. Yes, Rescue. Fuel cells are the most coveted resource in the game, I do believe. And I think I just picked, oh, crappy. Yeah, well, let's give it a shot. See what happens. My Combiner expired. He expired. And now I'm in trouble. It's weird doing this without the Golden Lagoon, because sometimes I forget that I don't have the Golden Lagoon on Cup. And I jump back, I'm like, how did he? Oh yeah, no Golden Lagoon. Why did he die? Oh yeah, it's just Cup with a Liège Maximo. So speaking of being an 80s kid, how many other folks in here either were or are professional wrestling fans? Like I grew up with Hulk Hogan, brother, and oh yeah, Randy Macho Man Savage, all that kind of stuff. Andre the Giant, Iron Sheik, all those guys from that era. How many other guys in here were of that era? And I told Blurmus we'd do Vicky, so we will do Vicky.
Combiner engaged.
While we discuss professional wrestling. Yeah, no Lagoon equals squish, right? Guilty pleasure bot, Matt Poley. I'm actually becoming quite fond of using, it starts on Cadamus Prime's account. I really haven't done much on mine yet, but Air Raid. A little Air Raid combo with Air Raid and another jet and watching explode. Yeah, I've been enjoying the crap out of that on Cadamus Prime's account. Pretty funny. I ask about the wrestling because I've been into watching these On Hulu, they have a series called Dark Side of the Ring. It's got about 3 seasons worth of episodes where they talk about stuff, obviously, that's real, that went on in the kind of, it's real and kind of went on behind the scenes and whatnot, and a lot of it is stuff I've never even heard of before, and some of it is, like the last episode I watched, I think they covered the Owen Hart death, which I wasn't watching wrestling at the time, but obviously I heard of it. Yeah, very sad, very tragic, and then there's also a channel, a YouTube channel called Wrestling Bios. I have nothing to do with this, obviously. I'm just a fan of it, but the guy, he has come such a long way with his videos. They're so good now, and originally I got hooked on it because the first one I saw was like, I don't know, the life and career of Ravishing Recruit or something like that. I was like, oh, that sounds cool, so I watched it, and the guy covers everything, like his whole life, his entire career, and his death, all in about 20 minutes or whatever, and then he's really evolved since then. He's been covering the Monday Night Wars, which I was not watching wrestling at the time of the Monday Night Wars. I'd already quit by then. So to go back and kind of be able to see a recap of all this and hear what happened, I just love it. I love the stories behind wrestling even more than I love wrestling, I think. So yeah, it's been really cool. If you guys like wrestling or grew up in that era and are at all interested, I'd recommend Wrestling Bios on YouTube, the Hulu series Dark Side of the Ring, and then A&E did 8 biographies, like 1-hour biography shows. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage. There's one other I can't think of who it was off the top of my head. They were really good. Like I said, if you were a fan of that stuff, the stories behind what these guys were really going through and how they were really living is just, it blows my mind. So I highly recommend that stuff. Started with the first one, grew up watching, yep. Scotty Too Hottie and Rashiki. Yeah. I quit, I graduated high school in 1996, and I quit watching. Okay, so whenever I was growing up, I was kind of the pudgy, non-athletic kid that I just like to play with my toys and read my comic books and draw my own comic books and write my own comic books. But I didn't like my brother. I'm the youngest of 4, so my sisters both played softball, and they were really good. My brother played baseball. He was really good. He actually went to college on a pitching scholarship. And then my dad loved baseball and football, and I didn't play any of it. Like, he forced me to play baseball until I got up to the pitching league in Pee Wee, and I got drilled twice in one game by pitches, and I finally stormed off the field like, I hate this game, and stormed off. My dad finally let me quit playing. And then you fast forward to my 8th grade year, and where I grew up back then, you couldn't start wrestling or anything before you were a freshman in high school. Well, we had 8th grade football, and my dad really wanted me to go out for 8th grade football, and he said that he would talk to the wrestling coach. If I would go out for 8th grade football, he would talk to the wrestling coach and let me be a team manager, which would actually get me on the wrestling team a year early. Now, keep in mind, I thought wrestling was like, I'm ready to come off the top turnbuckle with an elbow drop. Like, that's the kind of wrestling I was expecting. That is not high school wrestling. But he did not explain that to me because he probably knew I wouldn't be interested. So I went ahead and did 8th grade football, and I thought that was pretty fun. I had a good time. I loved being with my teammates and stuff. So I went ahead and went back my freshman year and played, and I did 8th grade wrestling, and it was not what I expected, but I still absolutely fell in love with the sport and just had a ball with it. And so nothing will melt the baby fat off you quicker than getting into wrestling, and that's how I got in shape, and that's where my love of football and wrestling came from. But by that time, I'd kind of quit watching professional wrestling after I got into high school wrestling. So like I'd never watched wrestling when Hogan was a bad guy or anything like that. Like that was all kind of news to me that he. I remember vaguely hearing that he went, you know, and became a heel or whatever, but I did not watch it at that time. So that was new, and so I like to see the stories about like all the stuff that I quote unquote missed out on because I wasn't a fan at the time, wasn't watching the show. I like to see the stories and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. Which reminds me, there's also a Stars series, not for kids, but it's called Heels. It stars Stephen Amell, who played Arrow on the CW show. Him and the guy that played the son on Vikings, and I can't remember what his name is now. He plays his brother, and they have like an independent wrestling, what do they call, promotion that they're trying to keep going. Their dad had started it, he died, blah blah. Anyways, and that's a really good show, but it's not for kids. It's an adult show. Let's see. Let me catch up on some comments real quick since I've been running my mouth. I have not seen The Big Show on Netflix. Is that the reality show that follows Big Show around? Stay Puff says Undertaker. Yes, I loved Undertaker when he came out. He was phenomenal, and it was really cool to kind of go back and see just how expansive his career was, and all the cool stuff that he did. Like I don't even think Kane was introduced before I stopped watching. To be honest with you, I don't really remember Kane coming. So I must have quit watching even before that. If that gives you any idea of just how early I quit watching, quit paying attention. Yeah. Cyndi Lauper. Wow, that's real. That's a big throwback. Yeah. Let's see. Roddy Piper. He was one of the best. Yes. Jake the Snake talking about Andre the Giant crapping. I think I've heard that. Yeah. Andre the Giant. Oh my lord, the stories on that man. Oh, phenomenal. What a character for real. Like not just on screen, but in real life as a real person. That guy was something else. And that's what I like. That's what I actually find really interesting. Going back and watching this stuff is finding out how these guys really were and what they were really like. It's so cool. Divas get drafted to pro. That's
Well done.
Dojak says he loves Andre the Giant stories. I think it was HBO did a biography on him. It's been a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it is. You can still find it if you subscribe to HBO. I think it's just called Andre the Giant or The Giant or something like that. You should find that one. That's really good. Oh my lord, the stories they tell about that man. Oh, it's crazy. Okay. The Big Show is a sitcom with the wrestler playing a family man after retirement. Okay. No, I haven't checked that one. I thought it was like a reality show, and I'm not into reality shows like that. But yeah, I might check that out then. Definitely recommend wrestling bios to anybody who was interested in that stuff. It's really cool to see what happened to those guys. And the guy, like I said, I even thought his early videos were okay, but he's gotten so much better. The Monday Night Wars thing, like he does every week at the Monday Night Wars. So he's up to like episode 68 or 70 or something ridiculous like that, where he just covers week to week to week and scores each broadcast. Says which one he thinks was better and why he thinks it's better, and then shows like the Nielsen ratings. He breaks it down match for match and all this stuff. It's really fun, especially to somebody who didn't experience that. Like I wasn't watching it at the time, so comes recommended by Old Grind Time if you're interested in checking it out. Gotta click on the guy to get him to jump. Alright, Blurmess, hope you're enjoying the Victorion action. No, I haven't been talking about it much, but okay. Oh, Rey Mysterio, yeah. Because you could relate to his half stack size. That's funny. uh, oh yeah, the movie Roddy William Wilkinson. It's called They Live. Yeah, yeah. It's iconic because it was so terrible, but I loved it because Roddy Piper was in it. Yeah. I came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Roddy Piper was the best. I swear he wrote that line. Like that's something you learn in that A&E documentary about him. Like he just kept this notebook that he would just constantly be writing lines in, like so that if he ever got caught in an interview or whatever, he would have a line to go to, and that was one of the lines he had written down in his notebook. Was I came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. And they ended up using that in the film because it obviously was so good. So yeah, he was something special.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Highly recommend it. No, I've never watched Mexican mask wrestling, but I just actually I lied. The last episode of the Dark Side of the Ring that I watched was actually about well, it's not extreme. It's called something else. But it's like where they use real glass and real like light, like the fluorescent light tubes and all that kind of stuff in the ring. It's kind of an underground wrestling alternative or whatever. And those boys are crazy. I mean, crazy. That one was interesting, but it was kind of like you watched it like this, because you're like, wrestling is supposed to be entertainment. You're not supposed to be putting yourself through real glass and stuff. But William Wilkinson, the movie it's called They Live.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Good times. If you guys like that stuff, definitely check out Wrestling Bios. The guy does a fantastic job. He puts out at least 1 or 2 videos a week. Like, he does really, really, really good stuff. And as somebody who's made YouTube videos, I know how much hard work goes into it, especially with him, because he uses, clips from the wrestling shows and stuff, and has to sync it all up, and then write the narration and get it. The dude must just work his butt off at it. So he's really, really good. He's English, but he's so good at it. Yeah. Put on the glasses.
roll out.
Such good stuff.
Stage ready.
Glad I'm not the only one. So much fun. Attack! I'm gonna send him straight up so he doesn't trip any outpost. Yeah, we don't even need Vicky for this one. Sorry. Yeah, William Wilkinson, They Live. I'm gonna have to watch that again. I'll probably get it to watch with my kids. Because it was a good movie. I remember that being a good movie. I guess it bombed. I guess it was critically a total flop and all this stuff, but I'm yawning again. But I just remember loving that movie. It was so much fun. Don't forget to drink your water, kids. Yeah, he's got a good story biography thing on Kurt Angle too. Matt Poley might change your opinion a little bit. There's so much of that stuff that is kayfabe, or just for the script that these guys do. One of the Dark Side of the Rings is about a guy, Dr. Death Steve Williams. It was before my time. It was when Hogan was still, young, coming up or whatever. And back then, like, they didn't break kayfabe. Like, they didn't break story ever. Like, that was the #1 rule in wrestling. Like, you don't let people know that it's all predetermined. I don't call it fake anymore because the bumps that these guys take are real. Like, most of them are real. And I think it is a lot of work for them, which is really impressive. So I try not to call it fake anymore like I used to, because I think that's. See you, Blurmus. Thanks for stopping in. Um, I don't want to call it fake because the work they put in is like for real, right? But yeah, uh, there was one on Doctor Death Steve Williams, and I guess what he was famous for was this one wrestler had got mad at the wrestling company or whatever because they wouldn't put him up, put him over, whatever, because they didn't think he was good enough or something. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, so he goes out and he says, if you don't give me a contract extension or whatever, I'm going to go out and tell everybody all the secrets of the business. Well, that didn't fly. So he actually went out and contacted ABC, CBS, whatever. It was, I think it was 60 Minutes. John Stossel was the reporter, and John Stossel was pretty big time reporter. I mean, even at the time, I think he still is. And so he starts telling John all the secrets and like showing him the moves in the ring and this kind of stuff. Well, then John goes to Madison Square Garden where the WWF is putting on a show, and Vince McMahon allows him to interview Dr. Death Steve Williams, like in the hallway. And he tells Dr. Death Steve Williams, Vince McMahon tells Dr. Death before, he says, hey, this guy's going to come up and he claims that he knows that wrestling is scripted. And he said, I want you to stay in character and just talk to him, like your character would if he came up and said that you were being fake or whatever. So sure enough, John Stossel comes up in the hallway to Dr. Death Steve Williams and says something, asks him a question, pretty much says, it's basically all fake. And so Steve Williams just goes whap and smacks him in the ear, knocks him down, one hit, and goes, does that feel fake to you, or something like that? And then John Stossel makes a mistake of standing back up, so Steve Smith hits him on the other cheek and knocks him back down again. And then John just like crawls down the hallway to get away from it. It was the funniest thing. But it turns out it ruined Steve Williams' career because like the WWF decided they needed to like distance themselves. This was before WrestleMania 1, to kind of give you a time frame. And so they decided they needed to distance themselves from this guy. And yeah, I can't remember all the details, but it's one of those episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. And it was just like, holy smokes, I can't believe the stuff that went on. And this guy was like just defending it, as best as he could, the way he knew how. And what he was told to do, he was told to act like, how would Dr. Death react if somebody came up and told him that what he was doing was fake? Well, smack the guy around, right? Anyways, good story. Such a good story. And there's so many other stories that happened like way back in the day. We're talking like 60s, 70s. Crazy. Oh my Lord, crazy stories. If you guys like that stuff, definitely check that out. Oh, Dark Side of the Ring on Hulu. It's worth it. So much fun. But we're playing Transformers now. Let me get up here and beat this easy base. Let me check the comments. Matt Bully says nothing could ever undo the impression left in my mind by Kurt Angle. Did he like personally attack you, dude, or what? Vader on a talk show attacked the host. Sid Vicious killing a fan on live pay-per-view event. I missed all that, I guess. Yeah, Rescue. There was a lawsuit with John Stossel. Like, he sued him because he said he had ringing in his ears, and he had an infant daughter at the time, and every time she cried, it made his head feel like it was going to explode and all this stuff. He talks about it in that show. It's really interesting. Wow, Ariel, well done. Bot account at 30K, con account at 25K. Time for bed. Yes, sir, you earned it. Good night. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you. I'm about done here, I think. We're just kind of chit-chatting now. Trying to finish, I'll finish this out for sure tonight. Then I'll work on Cadamus Primes while I'm watching Sunday Night Football. Looks like oh, the Rams are beating the Buccaneers 34-17. Wow.
Roll out. Attack.
This one's going to be simple. Good job. Glad they put all the walls there. That really stopped me. All free to play Arrow. Wow. That is impressive, my friend. That is impressive. Very impressive. All right. Well, how long have we been going here? Let's see. Holy smokes, we're approaching an hour and a half. Why are you guys still here? Don't you have anything better to do? Oh, I know I say it all the time. I have no idea why you guys watch me, but I am so glad that you do. This is so much fun. I enjoy this. Oh, I was also gonna let y'all know. Waza mentioned it on his, I think it was last Wednesday stream, maybe the Wednesday before. A new YouTuber named Kitty. She put out a video on nose cone. And how she uses nose cone in Prime League and Cybertron League Wars. Really clever stuff. I finally got a chance to go back and watch all of that video. And I messaged her and I was like, that was awesome. Like, when are you going to make some more? And she's got some more stuff in the works, but just real life has kind of gotten in the way, which we can all relate to. And so, yeah, hopefully she'll be putting out some more. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go look her up. Kitty, Kitty. She did a good job. And her voice sounds so much better than mine. Yeah, nose cone. I couldn't believe it. But she did. She explained her reasons why, and how she did it and stuff. And very, very good. Very good. So, if you guys want to see a nose cone video, I highly recommend it. She did a very good job. I'm hoping she puts out a bunch more content, because I like watching it. Leftment.
Roll out. Abilities ready.
So here's a question. When you guys play the game by yourselves or whatever, do you guys leave the sound on or turn the sound off? Because the only time I ever turn the sound on is whenever I'm doing this stream. I'll be honest with you, most of the time it's off. So I'm curious, who else, do you prefer it off or do you prefer it on? Do you like listening to it? I kind of like it, but I just always have it off whenever I'm not streaming. Let me know in the comments below. Righteous says off. Yeah, that's the way I am too. Okay, so for the upcoming leaderboard, Dojak says off. Yeah, I think most people probably have it off most of the time. For the upcoming leaderboard, we are going to work on Mr. Rhinox here. So, I actually broke down because I decided I want to go ahead and finish this event. So I needed to get some fuel cells. So I went ahead and I bought the XP core thing, which I know isn't a great bundle. Like, you could actually do more with the regular. But anyway, I went ahead and bought it because during the leaderboard I want to finish this guy out, and then I want to finish this guy out. And so I went ahead and bought the XP core, the X G metal. That's it, G metal XP core, to help me get through those faster next weekend. Obviously, not going to use it till next weekend, and I'll buy the lagoons next weekend whenever they're available. So those are my only goals, really. And then after that, I'll probably just come up here to whoever isn't maxed, maybe even him, and I'll just swap them out and start going. Maybe him. Probably wind up grabbing one of these guys that doesn't have a power core equipped. That's the only reason why I did anything on him, was because one weekend I had to move the core and he didn't have one. And all these other guys do. But that's my idea. Fall Zalita board. Is anybody liking this guy? Have you guys been using him? What's your thoughts, feelings, impressions on Optimus? Who else we got new here? Snapple Dragon. I still use him in Zen farming. Beast Wars Silver Bolt. Just haven't been overly impressed with very many of these guys, to be honest with you. I haven't tried him enough. Hey, Cadamus Prime's making an appearance. He's probably wanting me to get off the computer so he can use it.
I was actually wondering, how long is this stream gonna last?
Well, maybe that should be it then. What are you doing? Alright, I'm getting assaulted. Alright, stop. Okay, guys. I appreciate y'all for jumping in and spending some time with me this weekend. We look forward to doing the leaderboard next weekend. Back up. Give me a second. I may have a surprise stream next weekend. Since it's the leaderboard, we may do some of the late night grinding, or it's just going to be an unscheduled surprise pop-up stream. And if you're on and you want to join, then great. And if not, no worries. But you can kind of keep your eyes out for that. But with that said, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Please be a friend and tell a friend. And until next time, just keep grinding.